He used his wealth as confidence to feel like he can gain eternal life based on what he had. So what do we do as attachment? We have attachments. We have an appetite. So we can have an attachment to our reputation. We can have an attachment to our success. We can have an attachment to the past. And when we have those attachments, we get appetites. And when we get appetites, we crave things that are not of God. We crave things that make our flesh feel good, which dampers our spirit man. That's our house of habits. Now remember, your house of habits could be good or could be bad. I'm talking about the bad house of habits. Okay? So what the word says is that the priest went to the table of showbread because it was in the presence of God. So he is going to eat some manna. So what happens for us is once we get the provision that God has given us, whatever that provision may be, we get that manna. And what we do is, instead of staying in the presence of God, we go sit down and sit all the way down on your body. We go and sit in our house of habits. And when we sit in our house of habits, we're not getting the fullness of God's provision. It shall be heirs in his son, and they shall eat in the holy place. So if you eat in the holy place, because you have this veil that is covering the outside. So if you stay in the presence of God, people won't recognize or understand what you're going through because God's giving you a veil, a curtain to cover you when you go through. But when you decide not to eat in the presence of God, in the holy place, you go right back down here to your house of habits. And this house of habits continue to grow. So we're looking and we're saying, man, that's a small house. I know that's what a lot of y'all say. Why Pastor T got that little small house up there? Got a little small house up there is because we believe that the habits, the bad ones that we have that's keeping us from being spiritual, we believe that they're small. Because we have lost sight and hadn't thought about those habits because they became automatic. So we get here and we think our habits are small. What happens is those habits attach to you because you are not receiving the fullness of the provision that God has given us. Fullness is simply this. Fullness means you have the capacity, the abundance. It means complete. So if you sit in the provision of God, if your habits are for the fullness of the provision of God, God's going to give you an abundance. He's going to complete whatever he needs to complete in your life if you sit in the presence of God. You cannot stand outside of God and get the fullness of the provision that he has for you. So